Welcome back to MDL Crochet. This week's stitch is the Saloniki stitch. It is a rib stitch. In a few weeks I will be doing a series on rib stitching, so you'll get quite a few videos on that. But this is a rib stitch that I wanted to show you guys because it is a little bit more of a complicated rib stitching because the return pass is totally different. But it is a really nice stitch. And remember, if you can like and subscribe to these videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. And leave me a comment. I will comment back. And we could chit chat. But enough about all that. Let's get into this stitch. As I said, this stitch is the Saloniki stitch. It is done in an even number of rows. With Tunisian, we always pull up from the back hump. Now, every chain has a front, which is what we're looking at, and then you have the back, where it has these ridges. Well, those ridges are what you're going to put your needle through to pull up a loop. And you'll just go in, and you always go from the second one from the loop on your hook. So that's number one. There's number two. So flip it over, and you'll see it right away. And you just put your needle through. Now this is, sometimes it'll be hard, sometimes it'll be easy to go through. And this is the part of any project crocheters dislike. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my 20. Alright, so I'm pulling up my last loop, and once we get that pulled up, we're going to do a quick count. Our base chain was 20, so let's check to see if we're still at 20. Because sometimes you can skip a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now this row, on your foundation row, is the only time you're going to do a normal return pass. The return pass for this stitch is going to be different, and I'll show you that here in a few minutes. So go ahead and yarn over and pull through one, so you're chaining one. Yarn over, and pull through two. And pull through two all the way down to the end until you only have one loop left on your hook. Alright, so we're pulling through the last loop now. And that is our foundation row. And this is what we're going to build on from here on out. And this is just a one row repeating. So what we're going to do first is you're going to do a Tunisian simple stitch. If you do not know how to do a Tunisian simple stitch, or the next stitch, which is a Tunisian full stitch, I'll be putting cards up here for you to take a look at and learn those stitches, or to even refresh yourself. So Tunisian simple stitch, you just go in front of the front post and pull up a loop. Now you have two gaps because the full stitch is worked in the gaps. So these two gaps, which is between this post that you just went through and the next post, and as well as this one, that's what we're going to work through now. So you're going to put your needle in and just pull up a loop, and you're going to do the same thing again. And there you are. Now you have a post right next to the full stitch you just pulled up. You're going to do a Tunisian simple stitch. And then there's that gap right after the Tunisian simple stitch. You're going to do a full stitch and another full stitch. So 2 full stitches and a Tunisian simple stitch. And you work that Tunisian simple stitch right next to that full stitch. So a Tunisian simple stitch. Now we work 2 full stitches. And remember, full stitches are worked in the gaps between the 2 posts. And then a simple stitch right next to that full stitch. And I'm going to pull out for a second because I split the yarn. I can see that when I did through. Now that was a full stitch, so I'm going to go back in, pull up that full stitch. There we are. And then go back to my simple stitch. And then right next to that simple stitch, you're going into it as a full stitch. And another full stitch. And then right next to that full stitch, you're doing a simple stitch. Right next to that simple stitch, you're doing a full stitch and then another full stitch. So move it along. And then right next to that full stitch, you're doing a simple stitch. And you are adding more loops to your hook. However, the return pass is how we deal with that. So right here, we just did our simple stitch. Now we need to go between where we did the simple stitch and the next stitch, which is right here. Just go in the gap between and pull up a full stitch, move over one, and do the same full stitch again. And then a Tunisian simple stitch. Oh my goodness, I can't get it. And then right next to that Tunisian simple stitch, a full stitch. And then move over and do another full stitch. Tunisian simple stitch, because that's where our full stitch is coming out of. You can see it right there. That's where our full stitch is coming out of. And you're going to do it right next to it. Pull up a stitch. And then 2 full stitches. And then a Tunisian simple stitch right next to it. And then 2 full stitches. And the row closure is the same. So bring your needle down to the row you just closed off, fold your work, and you're going to end up right where you need to be. Pull up a loop. All right, go ahead and chain 1. Now this is where it's going to change, and this is where we're going to end up casting off some of those extra loops, because we should be about 29. I did a chain of 20. I should be about 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So I added 9 more stitches. How are we going to get rid of those 9 stitches? Well, this is how we're going to do it. We already did our chain 1. Now you're going to yarn over and you're going to go through 3. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Now you're going to yarn over and go through 2. Then you yarn over, go through 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 3. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 3. Yarn over, go through 2. Then you're going to go through 3. Yarn over and go through 2. Then you're going to go over through 3. Go through 2. If you don't split my, go through 3. Go through 2. Go through 3. Go through 2 and go through 2. That is our first row. And you're going to repeat that. That is the return pass you're going to do from now on, as well as the forward pass is all done the same. So you're going to pick up a stitch, in a simple stitch, and then on, you can see this V right here, this upside down V, that right there. where you're going to go before it for the full stitch and right after for the full stitch. So let's go ahead and put in a full stitch, go right afterward and put in a full stitch, and then you have a middle post that's just all by itself. It's going to get the simple stitch, and then right before the V, upside down V, and right after for the full stitches. Tunisian simple stitch on the solitary post, and then right before the upside down V, a full stitch, and right after, a full stitch. And you're going to repeat this all the way down. Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, a full stitch before, and then a full stitch after, and then a Tunisian simple stitch, a full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch, and a full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, and then a full stitch before, and you can still see the V right here, so we still have a gap. We got to finish it off, and a full stitch after, and then you drop your work down, fold in, and pull up a loop, and we should still be at 29. So let's do a quick count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So we're at the end. We do our normal chain 1. Now you yarn over and you pull through 3, yarn over and then pull through 2, 3, 2, 3, and 2, and 3, and then 2, and then 3. I got caught on a yarn split, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2. Getting caught on yarn splits today, jeez. And then 3, and then 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and then 2. You always do 2 at the end on your return pass, and that is the Saloniki stitch. And we'll do a few more rows together, so we make sure we get it done right and understand it. So you'll do a Tunisian simple stitch, and then before the V, full stitch, after the V, a full stitch. Right next to that last full stitch, you'll do a simple stitch, because you can see the pattern. You got a V here, upside down, and then you have a post for your simple stitch, another V. So the pattern just really repeats itself. Full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch in the post, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, and then you do a Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, and a full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, and then you'll do Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, and a Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before, oh, couldn't grab it, there we go, and a full stitch in that last loop there, last hole, and then you bring your work down. I almost lost that stitch. Bring your work down, fold it, and pull up your last loop, and we're still at 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So let's do our modified return pass. So that's chain 1, and then pull through 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over and go through 3. Go through 2. 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 Go through 3. Split. Go through 2. Go through 3. Go through 2. And go through 2. You can see it's how it's starting to come out. Let's do one more row together. So Tunisian simple stitch to start out with, and then we go in the gap right before the V, and then right after the V. Simple stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch, full stitch before the V, full stitch right after the V, and Tunisian simple stitch right next to that full stitch, full stitch before, full stitch after, Tunisian simple stitch right next to it, full stitch before the V, full stitch after the V, and Tunisian simple stitch right next to that full stitch, full stitch before the V, full stitch after the V, Tunisian simple stitch next to that full stitch. And just keep on going down. That's all this pattern really is. The name makes you think it's going to be something really, really hard, but it's not. And then right there, right after, bend your work down, fold in, pull up a loop. Now here's our modified return pass. So go ahead and chain 1, and then pull through 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Oh my goodness, I got caught. There we go. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And that is the entire pattern. I'm going to finish up with some more rows, and then I'm going to show you how to close this thing off. Be back in just a sec. Alright, so I finished a few more rows off camera, and I'm going to show you how to do the close off. The close off is pretty simple. It's just go to that first loop, pull up a Tunisian simple stitch, and do a Tunisian slip stitch. And then on the V's, you'll go through both and pull up a loop and cast it off, slip stitch it. And do the same thing again with that simple stitch. And then the V's. And you'll do that all the way down the line until you get to the end, and you'll do your normal end bind off as well. And then this last one, just go to that V, do a slip stitch, and then go to your bottom where we normally would go through, and do a slip stitch there. I was going to do more than a slip stitch, wouldn't I? Alrighty. Go ahead and trim my yarn off. Pull through. And that's the Saloniki. It's a rib stitching. It's very sturdy. Vertical give, but not much horizontal. And it looks like huge knits. But that's the Saloniki. And remember, if you can like and subscribe to these videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. But until next time, folks, keep stitching.